The world of the Long Dark is so much bigger than it used to be. It's absolutely mind-blowing to me every time I really start to process it. More on that in a second. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. We have just arrived in Pleasant Valley, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the travel odd down and get moving a little bit faster here. Hopefully not take too long to get where we need to go. I'm actually really excited, honestly, to be here. Where the heck is the thing? There it is. Because the more I think about it, the more I feel like some of the things I've really been looking for a lot in recent episodes are very likely to, be here. So we're going to put temporarily some of these items on the travel lot. They'll come back off very quickly. But this is just for the sake of lightening the load slightly. We can put the bow away. I'll keep the revolver out just in case. Put the deer hides down. Absolutely put all this down. And there we go. Now, we can hear some wolves down below. But the reason I'm excited, again, is that I think there's going to be lots of looting to be done. I think I may have mentioned in the previous episode of the one before, like, hey, we need to find the signal tower. I know exactly where the signal tower in Pleasant Valley is. But that kind of goes back to the point that I opened the episode with, which is, I've spent most of this playthrough on the opposite side of the map, including in the far territory a little bit. And I just have to say, like, one of the things that's really striking me now that I'm getting into these long playthroughs where I'm playing on the current map with the new zones, especially with the far territory, which does have, it's a trek to get out there, Now that I'm here, okay, there's a deer. It's just, like, I'm coming to Pleasant Valley and I'm realizing, oh wow, like, I've been so away from this zone for the past few months because I've not only had other stuff going on, but also just because my playthrough has gone to the other side of the map, that it's like, it's actually a little bit harder than it used to be, than we're kind of accustomed to with the original collection of maps, even as the list was growing when the Long Dark first came out. It's harder to kind of stay on top of, like, where you've been and where you haven't. I mean, yes, you can absolutely keep track, don't get me wrong, but in terms of just mentally, like, what are some of the places you can go to get, like, good loot? What are some of the places you can go to find lots of food or lots of ammo or lots of clothes? Like, hello? Okay, that's a branch. Those... that branch right there I thought was a wolf for a second, okay? I really did. But those kinds of, like, quick mental inferences where you can say, okay, well, let me go to this place next because I need to look for this particular type of item. Like, loot is so spread out now across the entire world. One of the handy things about the loot refresh, it kind of decondensed a lot of the loot. We might have a wolf in front of us here. Hang on. Given that the world had grown so much... Oh, that's 2 wolves. Okay. This could be interesting here. Let's see if I can stealth by them. Bad timing, Trebois. Double bad timing, Trebois. Might make it, although this slope is likely to pose a challenge. Oh no. I couldn't move forward anymore. Okay, so what we're going to have to do here... This is honestly kind of good.
Is getting too heavy to carry.
No, I don't want to open it. I just want to pick it up. There's a wolf on the road, too. Oh, man. There are wolves everywhere. It's like we're playing on Stalker difficulty or something. We are playing on a very Stalker-adjacent difficulty. But yeah, so my point is, now that I'm here in Pleasant Valley, it's like, okay, we meme on this zone. I've memed on it a lot. It's not as bad as it used to be. It's genuinely not. And that's thanks to Thompson's Crossing right there. And some other things like the plane crash and a few other locations. But I haven't processed. I haven't really thought about, like, there's actually a fair amount of, promise for the stuff that I'm kind of looking for, as I said earlier, to be had from coming to Pleasant Valley right now. I am likely to find some of the things that I need here in Pleasant Valley, and I don't even have to go that far out of my way, which is pretty freaking cool. And I just sort of realized as I was sitting down for this recording session, like, hold on a minute. Like, one of the reasons I haven't realized it is the map is just so big. Hello? Where are you? Oh, hi. Yes? What can I do for you? You didn't answer me. You could have answered me. We could have avoided this. But yeah, it's just... It makes me reflect in a much kind of much more big picture sense. Just how much the world of this game has grown. Because you can't keep track of it all mentally anymore. You can, but it's harder. And I think that's really cool. And I'm grateful for it. Oh, look, more revolver ammo. Now that is something that hasn't changed. The game transparently memeing on me in real time as I commentate about trying to find the things that I've been looking for. It doesn't get better. Okay, so there might still be another wolf in the area. It's going to be very interesting in the coming weeks and months. Whichever patch in the Tales updates brings with it the wildlife refresh. And I imagine that might be the same patch that adds the mountain lion. Might have thought about that before. That feels like a bit of a new thought, but it makes sense that those would go together. They add a major new predator and then refresh all of the predators at the same time, just just to keep things nice and interesting. So any kind of, when you think about all of the knowledge that we have, collective knowledge as a community of players of this game for 10 years now, when you think of all of the knowledge that we've gained of like where loot is that had to get thrown out the window when they refreshed all the loot tables, that's about to happen with where all the animals are. And I believe it's going to happen with every animal, not just the predators. So that's interesting. Alright, I know I could have gotten the travel back out, but I'm not too concerned about it. Because we have some looting to do starting now, and then we pretty much need to go straight that way, because the signal tower is that way. It's just down that road. We'll stop at the farmstead. We'll do plenty of looting along the way. Tell you what, I'll check the car while I'm here. But then once we've gotten the signal tower taken care of, it'll be straight into Timberwolf Mountain and straight into Ash Canyon. But I am very hopeful about some of the stuff that we will find here. And I'm kind of tempted to use Thompson's as kind of a base of operations. I might leave some things at Thompson's that I don't necessarily need with me everywhere I go here. But, okay, I think I do have some lantern fuel that I just picked up, so let's... Yeah, it's not a lot, but I'm likely to find more here. So let's go ahead and refuel that and loot up this lovely location. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more excited I get. It's like, there's so much here. Even just at Thompson's Crossing now. Again, it's made Pleasant Valley a much friendlier zone. We're used to it now. It's been this way for a long time, but like, it's still nice. Because, again, we used to meme on this channel, or this zone in this channel, all the time. And we still do, because it's fun. But it's just not as big of a deal as it used to be. Pleasant Valley is more survivable as a zone. Still obnoxious weather. Wouldn't be Pleasant Valley if the weather was not categorically unpleasant. Grab those painkillers. So I'm going to loot pretty liberally, because again, I think I'm likely to leave some stuff at Thompson's. Decent combat pants. Interesting. I don't think... I'm already wearing 2 pairs of snow pants, and combat pants are not superior. Yeah, so I'm just going to drop those. Not even going to worry about it. And of course, this is one of the nice new locations, or new additions to this particular loot location. This vegetable cabinet. If you didn't know that was there, now you know. Okay, we are very slow, which is not surprising. We're carrying a ton of stuff. So let's get, first of all, let's pick up these. Anything else? Oh, nice. Some oats. So we might have some cooking to do here as well at Thompson's. All right, so let's cross. And I don't need that. We will check. Is it worth looking in that tub? I kind of doubt it. The tubs are really only worth looking in when you're in interior loot locations. I've only ever seen them as props when they're outside like this. But, you know, I could be wrong. Always give the benefit of the doubt after this loot refresh. It is the way to go. Okay, there's that. All right, let's step across the road here. No worries about predators. We're very slow, so as soon as I get into Thompson's, I'm likely to drop a lot of stuff on the ground because I frankly don't need it. There's a part of me, I might even consider leaving the travois behind. I mean, I'll pick it up when I come back, for sure. But I might leave it here because the traveling that we need to do is, like, not really conducive to having the travois with us. So that might be one of the things that I leave here, and I might even do it right now. Because we're just at a point where we're going to start doing a lot of climbing, and having that to lug our stuff around is just not useful at the present moment. Okay, let's get the lantern back out because I don't want to miss anything. Not a lot of fuel, so I need to be somewhat hurried. There's more revolver ammo. Oh my god. Game, I'm so grateful for all of the revolver ammo. Words, Hadrian. But could you maybe consider a few more boxes of rifle ammunition? Just a few more. Not many. Not many. Like, I'm not asking for you to bend over backwards. I'm really not. I'm really not. I would like to have a little bit more confidence that, like, not all of the rest of my ammunition for this entire playthrough is going to come from gunsmithing. So, okay, we have some decisions to make. Tell you what, let's actually use the trunk here, because we have this handy trunk that can hold so many things, and there's nothing in it. Even better. What can we do? We've got that better fire striker, so we can put that one away. We can go ahead and dunk this book. I think I've already read that, maybe. I think I have to have, right? Because it's in the... Nope, I haven't. All right, just kidding. We'll hold on to that. Maybe read it before we leave. Okay, I don't need the Go energy drinks. I don't need the purification tablets. We're going to keep... Well, I don't need the canister either. We'll come back for the canister. Absolutely, but we don't need the canister at the moment. We'll keep all the stims. I want to keep the stims because, if you watched what happened in Season 7 in Ash Canyon, you know why I'm going to hold on to my stims. I don't have to explain that to you. Didn't actually put all of these away. I've got it sorted by weight, so let's change that. Okay. We've got some birch bark prepared. That's mostly good, I think. Nothing else to really mess with there. Next category. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to put that away. Not going to break it down just yet. Okay. Interesting. I've got so much that I could eat here, but, like, what I'm going to do is go ahead and put a lot of this stuff that I would use for cooking away. Even the carrots. I know. I know. I know. Alright, we've got some peanut butter, which is nice. It's like a poor man's MRE, kind of. All right, the food tab is actually not that bad. It's this stuff that's problematic. So I can definitely get rid of a ton of this. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we will soon no longer have to worry about carrying these around, so that's really nice. I'll put the improvised knife away. I'm going to put the travois away. We're going to put the spray paint away. Now, we're going to keep everything that we use for gunsmithing because we might end up doing some of that gunsmithing before we come back down from Timberwolf Mountain. So that's going to be kind of challenging. It's going to be really challenging, in fact, because that's going to involve carrying a lot of stuff. I've got some deer hides that I need to lay down to cure, so let's do that. All right, already moving a lot faster. You'll love to see it. What else have we got? Hello? Scroll not working? Scroll's not working. Odd. Okay. Let's put away a couple of cleaning kits. I'll keep 2 of those on me. I don't really need the sport bow right now either, so we're going to put all of that stuff away. As much as it pains me, there's a part of me that wants to, you know, keep that stuff so that we could make things later. We'll put the feathers away. We will come back for all of it. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of one of these peanut butter cans. Jars, rather. Can of peanut butter. Lots of cattails. More than I need, to be honest. Okay. More coal than I need. Let's go ahead and put that away. Still really encumbered. This is why we need the technical backpack. Holy crap. So it's mainly food. Let's go ahead and put the maple away. All of that. Yeah, we'll just have to drop those items. I want to hold on to this stuff. But then it's mainly all of this. It's the frickin' gunsmithing stuff. That's a challenge. We do have some extra flares we can get rid of. I can probably get rid of the recycled can. I can get rid of the simple arrow, the arrow shaft. Everything else I kind of need. But the wires will be something I won't have to lug around as much. And that'll be soon. The cloth I can put away, which I'm going to. Because I will be able to find more cloth here in Pleasant Valley. Man. Okay, so I can read that book and I'll lose... Oh, wait, hold on. Let's get rid of those. And that'll help me lose a little bit of weight. So let's go ahead, first of all, and... You know what? Hold on. Give me that peanut butter. We're going to eat that right now. Rather than putting some of this food away, I should be consuming it. And I am going to go ahead and go for the other peanut butter. Just to lose a bit of weight there.
How would you...
Hush, Jennifer. I've got you. He was about to complain about being thirsty. No worries. All right. So there's some ruined broth. Love that. More accelerant. Now, of course, it's time to start looting and pick up even more stuff that will weigh us down. Not least of which... more than half a gallon of water. I mean, that's nice. Nice. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. I was kind of anticipating that rifle ammo would be one of the things that would be a little bit easier to find, if I wasn't super obvious about that. So, here's hoping that Pleasant Valley is nice to me over the course of the coming episodes. We're not going to spend more time here than is necessary. Okay, so it's starting to get a little dark. Mackinaw jacket. Nice. Now, I already have a Mariner's Peacoat and a Mackinaw jacket. So, I mean, that honestly can just be dropped. But it's a nice find. Alright, let's step up here and see if there's anything. Hold on. There's some wood matches there. Nothing in the plastic container, I imagine. Oh, just kidding. Pinnacle peaches. We're going to leave that antiseptic. Don't need it. And now for the pièce de résistance, the kitchen. This is where the most lucrative loot items in this particular location are likely to be. Alright, so we've got another cooking pan. That's nice. Let's go ahead and put that down. Set another carrot. I see a recipe card. Thompson family stew. A light but satisfying stew made with vegetables, fresh from the gardens of Pleasant Valley. Nice. Another hunting knife, which may or may not. Nice. More coffee. That came at a good time. More salt. You can never have enough salt. Ever. Actually, I take that back. On this difficulty level, you probably can. And I'm not just talking about, practically speaking, like there's too much salt in the loot table. I mean, it's harder to get salty. If you know what I'm saying. In this particular difficulty level. It's just harder. Okay, so we are really starting to run out of lantern fuel here. Which is unfortunate. Stale granola bar. Almost done. Herbal tea. So we got more tea, more coffee. Nothing much in the sink or anything. Make sure I check all those drawers. I did. All those. Yep. Yep. Perfect. Okay. That's it. So we're going to come right out here. We need to sleep anyway, but this sleep is not going to get us through the night. Let's go ahead and eat the pinnacle peaches. That'll help us with both food and with thirst. It's the beautiful thing about pinnacle peaches. And then I suppose we can just sleep for 7 hours. Hopefully we're going to have an aurora, because if the aurora starts, then I'll have something to read by. I've got that book that I need to read before I leave here. And then we can head pretty much straight for the signal tower. Alright, let's drink. Alright, we don't have an aurora. That's unfortunate. But the temperature might allow travel. We'll see how this goes. I might have to use a torch to get around, though, rather than using a lantern, because what am I going to use for fuel? I got nothing, and this thing is doing this at the moment. So, probably going to have to light a fire. I'll go ahead and grab that coal for that purpose. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so let's put some of these items back up. Duplicate tools. Need to have all of that. I need the reclaimed wood. The cloth I don't need. These extra wood matches I don't need. There we go. Okay, just wanted to light my way back over here. Didn't actually have to fully light it. I could have just used the, you know, lighting animation if I wanted to. That's a fun little hack if you're not aware. You can basically just start to light the lantern as a way to kind of look around and get your bearings in a particular space. Okay, so I don't actually need anything else from the stuff that I was going to use to make the fire. So, well, honestly, I take that back. Here's what I'll do. because the fire also gives me the ability to read. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to read this book right now. The sun is now up, and we don't have to worry about walking around in the dark with a torch. So we're going to go ahead and just add this to the fire. That's done. Fire striker's already down to 98%. Lovely. Let's go ahead and drink this water. Okay, so we're less than 10 pounds encumbered. I'll take it. It's not great, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and just eat as much as we can to spare weight that way. And this is going to continue to be the problem in Pleasant Valley, because Pleasant Valley's weather is obnoxious, but in terms of the... Yeah, I think a blizzard's starting outside right now. This is exactly what I'm talking about. The weather's obnoxious, but the loot is actually quite good. Alright, so let's just sleep for 3 hours. If the weather's going to be... If Pleasant Valley is going to be Pleasant Valley, I'm just going to give it a second to try and calm down. Which I think it just did. PV, gonna PV. You can always count on it. Alright, let's go. Now, I do want to go ahead and check these neighboring houses. Because if this is where the rifle ammo ends up being in Pleasant Valley, I don't want to be kicking myself later. So we're going to check now. Even though there's a part of me that's like, hey, we need to keep moving. We need to keep making progress on Signal Void. We need to keep pushing in that direction. I want to. But, first and foremost, I'll grab those. Potato. 3 potatoes. Nice. Boil them. Mash them. Stick them in a stew. Coffee. Lovely. I am actually... Well, no. I'm not going to drink that just yet because I just napped. But I might be drinking that before long. See what I mean? Lots of food. This is a very generous zone in terms of its loot. Which is the thing that I, like... I don't know, maybe because we used to meme on this zone all the time, I just wasn't thinking about that aspect of it as we approached Pleasant Valley. And then as I started this episode, I'm like, wait a minute, we're in Pleasant Valley. There's going to be so much stuff. I'm not going to know what to do with all the stuff. All right, we're going to leave that sewing kit, which hurts my soul a little bit. The water is going to be a problem. Not for long, but it's going to slow me down initially. But I'd rather have it. All right, there's some trail boots, not going to worry about those. Decent wool socks. Okay. No ammo here. Sad day. Okay. Anything else on top? Bottom? Side? Corners? Under bed? Nope. Alright. Cool. Hang on. Just triple checking. Because it's kind of dark. Okay. No, we're good. We are good. Let's step back outside. Check a few cars. Check a few mailboxes. Check a few homes. Also, we'll step over here to the produce area. There's a rifle cartridge. Reishi mushroom. More rifle cartridges. Just laying around. That's unexpected. I'll take it though. I mean, at this point, like, I've actually found a fair number of loose rifle cartridges in this particular episode, so no complaints here. None whatsoever. A box would be nice, but again, no complaints here. Is that a shed? Yes, it is. I don't feel like I check that shed very often. Oh, wow, yeah. There's a supply bin.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Cloth and a flare. That's a negative. That is a negative. I will not be needing those items. Go check the car. Alright, I see... Looks like a sewing skill book. Haven't seen one of those in a bit. Oh no, that's just kidding. That's a cooking skill book, which we don't need. I'm still laughing. What was it? The last episode of the one before that where I was like, oh, let me read the cooking skill book. Hadrian, you have cooking 5. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so there's the church and 2 more homes, it looks like, as well as this truck. And then we can head towards the barn. Always a homecoming here on this channel. Returning to the barn. I'm not going to worry about that wood. There will be plenty more where that came from. And then we can head towards the farmstead, and then we can pretty much go straight up and fix the signal tower, forever drop all of the wires and stuff because we don't need them anymore, which honestly, I cannot wait. If it's not super obvious, I cannot wait to get to that point. Let's finish looting Thompson's here. I think that was more or less everything. It would also probably behoove me to clean the rifle soon. Because I don't think I cleaned it after I went on a rampage killing timberwolves in Bleak Inlet. So that is worth kind of keeping in mind. Alright, this is a fairly big house here. So I don't want to overlook anything. There's some wool mittens. Nothing underneath. Okay. Nothing there. Nothing in the fridge or the freezer. That's rare for these houses on this difficulty, but it is what it is. Alright, there's some more oats.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
I think what I may do is just head back to the Thompson's town hall and drop some of this extra stuff that I found from this loot run. That would probably be the best place to leave some of that before I get going. Moldy. Moldy salty crackers. Love that. Lantern fuel. Alright. More coffee. I think the coffee deluge that we've been experiencing is my favorite thing at present about Pleasant Valley and the surrounding area. We found lots of coffee. Hey, there's some venison. We're not going to be able to carry that around with us, so I'm going to eat that. Leave the rest on the ground. Not even worry about it. Orange soda. Orange soda. Cheese it. Cheese it. Cheese it. Cheese it. If you know, you know. Okay, yeah, this is the downside. It's the sheer amount of extra water that I'm picking up, so I'm probably going to end up leaving another storm lantern. Okay, that's a blessing.
This stuff will come in handy.
I'm going to leave that antiseptic because I don't need it. Okay, so at this point, we're hoping for rifle ammunition in the church. That's what we're hoping for at this point. Great. Great. Rifle ammunition in the church. If it's here anyway. Then there probably will be some at the farmstead to some extent. Ooh. Okay. Weather's changing slightly. Ever so slightly. Let's see if we can duck under here. Yep, sure can. I see a book on those benches. Let's see what that is. That's just a book for fire starting. Don't need it. Shrubberies. Okay. Step inside here. I'm kind of doubtful we're going to find any more rifle ammo on this side of the zone. But by the way, how much rifle ammo do I have now? Let's look at this. Oh, nice. So we've got a full magazine and 4 extra rounds. That is an improvement.
Looks like this has been for a while.
New dog food. That's an improvement. I'm happy about that. All right, we've got a book. Nothing else here. Nothing in the pews. Anything under the pews? Nope. Anything under the piano? No. Wow. Okay, not a lot here, unfortunately. Really. For some reason, I was just expecting more from that church. Not necessarily the rifle ammo. Don't get me wrong. That was a joke. I wasn't expecting to find it there. It was just the only option left. But that was a very, very light loot run. Okay, let's head back to Thompson's. And we can drop off some of the stuff that's currently weighing me down. I can also drink some water, which will help with that. And also take one more look around in here and make sure I didn't miss anything. Tell you what, let's chop this up real quick, just out of sheer unrelenting curiosity. Nothing, just reclaimed wood. Which ironically weighs me down even more.
Gotta warm up somehow.
There hasn't been much discussion in the comments since I brought this up earlier in the series about, like, what people's experience has been with the, obviously with the loot tables having been refreshed. When it comes to breaking down boxes like that, in cardboard boxes, wood boxes, containers like that in the world. Not openable containers, but containers you have to break down. Has anyone noticed an increase in the number of containers in the vanilla zones of the Long Dark? That, hang on. Do I have pinnacle beaches? No, I don't. Let's go ahead and drink an orange soda. There's that. One more. Yeah, but has anyone noticed? I genuinely, I haven't really seen too much discussion, either on the channel or outside the channel, as far as like how different that situation is. Because the newer zones for a while are the only ones that had the, you know, that had the stuff that you could find inside the boxes. Like, for example, in Broken Railroad, when you're at the maintenance shed, you can find things. But haven't really seen too much of a change yet. It's just kind of a hypothesis that they would have changed that with the update. So let's go ahead and transfer most of that water. So keep some of it. We're going to leave the flour, the broth. Most of this stuff is going away. Potatoes. Okay. Yeah, carrying so much stuff. Can put those away. What I need to do is consume some of those medical teas that I've been holding on to. I've got this burdock tea right now, which I could heat up and drink. I just happen not to have done that in a bit. Okay, so here is what I will do. I'm going to step outside and then back inside. We're going to wrap this episode up here. And the next one, we're going to head down to the barn and then to the farmstead. And maybe, if we're lucky, we'll make it to the signal tower by the end of the next episode, which, you know, if nothing gets in the way, that's probably what will happen. assuming I can maintain a decent momentum and Pleasant Valley doesn't Pleasant Valley. But, you know, now that I've said that out loud, it might take an episode or two. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For early episodes, channel emotes, and member badges, look for the join button. New episodes drop at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time every day but Wednesday, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.